Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talkn Tennis, the only tennis podcast you need to get your tennis fix as we hit crunch time in Miami. We're going to go over all the shock results for this past week, as well as look forward to the big matchups this coming weekend. I won't be doing it alone, though. I'm joined, as always, by my two partners in crime. Firstly, the man to my bottom right, who I've heard on the rumour mill plans to start writing a non-fiction novel. My advice, young Chris, take some inspiration from Danielle Collins on how to talk a lot of shit. It's Chrissy P. How are you, Chris?
Doing very well, Adam. And yes, I did have the sudden urge to write a non-fiction, and because talking shit is one of my favourite pastimes, activities. But fucking hell, that Danielle Collins, she's a real piece of shit, isn't she? She is absolutely making headlines for all the wrong reasons. If she's not having a fight with Mute, she's got her cans out in fucking Miami. She's a real piece of trash, and she's really getting under my skin lately. But I will say those cans didn't look good. But yeah, it's been another good week in tennis.
We've gone X-rated, off the rails already. We're not even 2 minutes into the pod. Fantastic. Shout out to Danielle Collins if you're listening as well. Some of you big fans here on this podcast. The man to my virtual right, he's more popular with his fans in the US than Kim Jong-un is in his 2026 parliamentary win. It's Vargos. How are you, Adrian?
I'm very well, thank you. Well, what can I say? I have very strong approval ratings in certain parts of the globe, particularly the US.
We do.
So, yeah, shout out to all of my fans there in the US. Greg from Cincinnati in particular, keep them coming. But no, good to be here. And again, what a week of tennis it has been. Keen to unpack it.
We will do that, certainly. And yes, for those playing along at home, that references, of course, to Kim Jong-un. I think it was 99.3% of the vote he had in the North Korean federal elections, which is really impressive. I've never seen someone so popular like he is in North Korea. So yes, for those playing along at home, that's the reference.
Not quite as popular as my Instagram account, apparently.
No, that's no dislikes on that one, no downvotes, all 100% upvotes. And mate, your DMs must be going berserk these last couple of weeks.
It's hard to keep up, but I'm doing my best.
I'm sure you'll try. Lads, we're going to get stuck into Miami. We're in crunch time. We're in a little awkward moment on the men's side. We're kind of in between quarterfinals matches with one semi-final match locked and loaded. And then on the women's side, we've got both semi-finals locked and loaded. So on the men's, to kick off, we've got two quarterfinal matches on tomorrow. Francis Tiafoe takes on Yannick Sinner in the first quarterfinal match. And then Cerundolo takes on Zverev in the second quarterfinal match. The winners of those two will play off in the first semi-final. And then the second semi-final, we can talk about some of these matches today, particularly one of them. Adrian, your man, Yuri Lechka, takes on your other man, Arthur Fils, in the other semi-final. So I don't know who you're barracking for in that semi-final. It's exciting times.
It's a tough one. It's why couldn't they have been on opposite ends of the draw? The form that they're in would have been good to match up against a Sinner. It would have been exciting, but for the good of the game, as much as I hate Francis Tiafoe, I'd love to see him get up over Yannick and just get an absolute hectic semi-final and final in Miami.
It would be the hell of a spectacle if he did get up. It would be just kicking the tournament, turning it upside down, putting it on its head for sure. Sorry to all the Americans. We've shit-canned two of your favourites 5 minutes within the podcast. We still love you. Chrissy P, I'm going to get your thoughts on the big match today. Some are calling it the match of the season so far. Arthur Fils versus Tommy Paul. Fils coming from behind in a 2-hour, 47-minute blockbuster, 6-7, 7-6, 7-6. Tommy Paul, get this, wasn't broken at all throughout the match, but still unfortunately lost. He led the third set tiebreaker 6-2. Then Arthur Fils went on a run and a half, winning 6 points in a row in that third set tiebreaker to snatch it to 8-6, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, Chrissy P. It was a heroic comeback. Fils advances to his first ATP Masters 1000 semi-final and becomes the youngest French player to reach that stage since Richard Gasquet back in 2007. Sure fun. Chris, Thoughts on the match?
Well, you definitely got your money's worth if you were one of the lucky spectators viewing this game. What a war, battle of attrition, as they say. But Fees is coming into some decent form as well, especially since the start of the year, coming off his injury as well. Since the previous few tournaments, making solid inroads and is certainly testing his fitness out as well, and he's looking really strong. I mean, being able to endure matches of that intensity for that duration as well. But my God, being 6-2 down in a tiebreak and finding a way to steal it. Credit to the guy, and you got to feel for Tommy Paul as well, because it's pretty much a definition of a choke if I've ever seen it. I mean, it's completely within your capability to win it from there. But credit where credit's due. He stayed focused, he locked in, and he got the job done. Good on Arthur.
Good on Arthur, indeed. And of course, you must be wrapped because he's someone you picked a few weeks ago as a breakout for 2026. I won't jump ahead, but I dare say his rankings are going to jump post this tournament. And I dare say you might even be leading a little game. So, yeah, you must be happy with that.
Oh, I am definitely happy. What a game. And I think you mentioned it as well. No breaks. Is that right? 0 breaks in the match.
I believe so, yes.
No breaks of serve across all 3 sets. You mentioned it too, Chris. You can't blame Tommy Paul. He played a solid match. He can't fault anyone. A bit like the Indian Wells final with Medvedev Sinner. No breaks of serve there. Goes to tiebreakers both ways. Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, it just seemed like the 2-punch. You get your big serve in, and then your next forehand is going to determine what happens. And when you got big servers, that's what gets the wood over the opponent. So yeah, very aggressive play, but incredible. How explosive is young Arthur? What a machine.
He's a power player. He's the one nobody was talking about at the start of the year, and now everybody's talking about him. I think he's making inroads.
Yeah. Yeah, so a few young Frenchmen doing well. I forgot the name of the other young lad who also did well. Yeah, I was going to bring him up.
It's not Mute, is it?
Chris's mate. No, I'll get back to you on the other on the other one. He was
the qualifier from the start of the league.
Qualifier. Yeah, it was young. Yeah. I think he was in the ATP, the Junior Masters.
You're talking about the 17-year-old Kwame.
Yeah.
Yes. I think he got through qualifying and fell. I don't know if he fell in the first or second round, but he did get through this tournament, I believe.
I was thinking of someone else. Anyway, it'll come to me. But yeah, I think, yeah. What can you say? Explosive play, serve and forehand combo. I think, yeah, poor Tommy Paul, what can you say? He doesn't have, a bit like, I don't know, not to the extent of de Minaur. I think he's still a bit more explosive than de Minaur, but he lacks that kill shot, that big weapon. He's solid on all fronts, but yeah, just lacks that final punch to get rid of the opponent in that place. Credit to Arthur. Just love the bloke. Hope he continues for my sakes, because I need some wins around this place. And hopefully Arthur can deliver, because I'm not delivering during the Battle of the Spuds, that's for sure.
You're struggling in the Battle of the Spuds, and we'll get to your picks later, Adrian. They were disgusting, but we'll get to that. Yes,
I was going to say that he absolutely dismantled Tsitsipas 6-love, 6-1 in the round of 32, and it's not often you see in the men's tennis where it's pretty close to a double bagel or a match that it's that one-sided. So he went absolutely no mercy. And, since that win, he beat Vachereau. In that game, I actually did catch the third set. I thought maybe Vachereau would beat him. But, yeah, that game was another tough one, going 6-4, 6-7, 6-4 as well. So he went deep in Doha as well in the 500, where he lost to Zverev, and yeah, it looks like he's got himself into another semis now as well. So he's hot right now. Very hot. So you will not want to see him in your draw in any time soon.
And then, it was the Qatar Open where he made the final as well and lost to Carlos Alcaraz. Got pantsed by Alcaraz, but still, he's had his last 2 losses, better than Alcaraz. So not bad. And yes, we've had some crazy results this tournament. Thank you for reminding me about that Tsitsipas result, because I literally fell off my chair when I saw that. It was 4-love or 3-love when Tsitsipas got that first game in the second set as well. I was secretly happy about that because, of course, I have shorted Tsitsipas for 2026. More on that next week.
Tsitsipas, he took out our mate, ADM.
He did. That's another topic I'm sure we're going to discuss in time as well.
Oh, it's on the run sheet. It's on the run sheet. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. Before we do, though, the other quarterfinal, Adrian, another one of your mates, Ilichka, takes on the qualifier. We took on the qualifier, I should say, from Spain. Landalus, it was another tight match. Ilichka coming through 7-6, 7-5. Landalus, he got some scalps. I think from memory, he beat Korda, obviously, in the last round, who, of course, knocked off Alcaraz. And then from memory, I want to say he beat Dadiri early in the tournament as well, but I'll have to go back and check that one. But good to see another qualifier, I guess, come through and ruffle a few feathers. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup for those two in the first semi-final, I dare say.
I think Landalus in that junior.
He was in the next gen, and he was actually my pick for someone that could take it out. But yeah, he's certainly making a name for himself now and coming on to, a pretty big stage and making it to the quarters. So good on the young lad. I was watching, I did catch a bit of that match against Lehechka today, and he was very focused and I won't say animated, but very aggressive as well. So you love to see that from a young player as well, rising to the occasion.
It's a respectable loss, 7-6, 7-5. That's no Tsitsipas.
Yeah. He was fighting hard. He wasn't making anything easy for Lehechka as well. So, but hopefully it's the first of many, and he can continue.
He also broke a little record, becoming the first player born in 2006 or later to reach a Masters 1000 quarterfinal. So for those playing at home, it makes him 20 years old.
2006. It's outrageous. That's after we finished high school.
Exiting high school in 2006, so we feel really old.
We're in our first year of uni.
We certainly were.
Outrageous.
Good times. I thought maybe we talk about some of the other big losses, big shocks on the men's side before we talk about the women's. I am keen to talk about the women's. Carlos Alcaraz, early round exit against Sebastian Korda. That just came out of absolutely nowhere. Tight match. Korda came through 6-3, 5-7, 6-4. He did lead in the second set with a break as well, so he could have very well knocked off Alcaraz in straight sets, but instead took the scenic route. Big upset, I would have thought. Just absolutely left field. And then Korda comes down and loses to a qualifier in the next round, so couldn't take advantage of it. Chris, just your general thoughts on Alcaraz and where he's at the moment?
Well, look, tennis is
unstoppable 2 weeks ago, and we
have short memories in the land of tennis. You're only as good as your last match, and we quickly forget. So if you lose like 2 in a row, or you lose a match that you're not really supposed to have lost, it's the limelight's on you when you are a top 2 player, or when you're one of the best. It's like you have this expectation always. You have to win. You must always win. You're not allowed to have a bad day. And it's probably the only downside of being, the best in the world or one of the best players in the world is just the high expectations that come from it. Tennis it's an individual sport. You don't have anyone else to rely on bar yourself out there. It's not like you are the top performing soccer club in the world or footy team, whatever it might be. So this is where, tennis is somewhat unique. But in terms of that game, Korda, he served really well, and on essentially taking the racket out of Alcaraz's hand on Korda's serve. So you got to give some credit to Korda. Obviously, he had the home crowd on his side. Looking at the stats, there's nothing really that that jumps out. But I did catch that last set in that game, and Alcaraz was a bit, I want to say, agitated and annoyed, a bit more than usual. He was speaking in Spanish to his box. I believe he said something to the effect of, "I don't want to be here, I want to go home," which might suggest that he's a bit burnt out and probably needs some respite. It's still early in the season as well. They've all played a lot of tennis. I mean, especially him, making it deep into finals and deep into tournaments in general. So, yeah, I mean, all right, he lost a couple games. He didn't make finals. All right, he's Carlos Alcaraz, man. He'll bounce back. So I don't think he's stressing. He just give the guy probably a week or two and he'll come back, good as ever.
That's a good point. You have those top players. What do you do? As world number one, of course, you're expected to win everything. How do you can't, it's not really sustainable to win everything. Yeah. He's allowed an off day, and in tennis, that's unfortunately going to be spoken about for a long time until he picks back up again, which I'm sure he will. But yeah, credit to Korda. He was clutch with the serving, I think, late when he needed, and it was a good response after that second set that he lost. Everyone kind of thought, well, that's it. Alcaraz is on a roll and he's just going to take it out. But credit to Korda, he dusted himself off and picked back up again and, carried on his way. And it's not like Alcaraz, particularly throughout the whole match, it's not like he had a bad match either. He ripped out some incredible shots in that match. But you're right. As the game went on, there were a few misses, particularly on Alcaraz's forehand side, that I thought, that's a bit unlike Alcaraz, which might suggest he's a bit kind of, no, not over it, but a bit burnt out, shall we say.
Yeah, and look, from that match as well, looking at the stats, look a bit more closely, Alcaraz had the better ratio between winners to unforced errors compared to Korda, marginally. Everything else is pretty even, nothing too glaring. And looking at the scoreline, it just goes to show there's a couple of points in it, and those couple of points are probably when they matter the most on a break point or a 30-all, for example, right towards the end of a set. So that's just tennis, unfortunately. It's when you win those points that is important.
We've all had those days at work, right, Chris, where we just want to go home and don't want to be there. So sometimes just not your day.
Yeah, it's most days, but I get your point.
I wish I had those days while also earning millions.
I want to earn millions, and I don't want to be there. And yeah, to your point, Adrian, I think from memory, Korda led 5-3 in that second set, ends up losing at 7-5. It'd be very easy for you to just, not the wheels fall off, but you just be so deflated after that. Then had him serving for it at one stage, couldn't do it. And then to get over, you think every chance you get overrun after that. But yeah, credit to Korda. He held his nerve and bounced back in that third set. And to your point, he had 12 aces, 33 winners. He also came into the net a lot as well, which helped to break up some of that play. Won 18 of 26 net approaches, according to my stat sheet here. So he just mixed it up and got the job done. Power to him. Chris, the other man I wanted to speak on, I was this man. 4 weeks ago, I said he's the third best player on the men's side of things. Since then, he has played like an absolute potato. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's thinking about married life. Maybe he's thinking about kids. Maybe he has peaked. Maybe he's in love. Love. This is
love.
You fall in love. You fall in love, the wheels go off. Just ask Adrian. I am, of course, speaking about Alex de Minaur. Holy hell. He lost to his long-time nemesis, you could say, Stefanos Tsitsipas. He had an 1-11 record against Tsitsipas going into it. Tsitsipas now leads that 12-1. Tsitsipas won that match 6-3, 7-6. de Minaur just struggled to make a dent in Tsitsipas's game. He won 98% of his first serve points as well, Tsitsipas, and saved the only 2 break points he's faced. Chris, you asked the question, has de Minaur peaked? Have you got the answer to your question?
Well, it's not looking good for him. I think we can say that much. I mean, I don't think anyone really, looking at their history, it kind of shocked me. I mean, at 11-1, I didn't realize Tsitsipas had that many wins against ADM, but it's now it's, the warning signs are evident, and it's, the bells and whistles are going off in the ADM locker right now, because this is the third tournament where he's exited too early for a top 10 player. And hey, we were all spruiking him early in the year and late last year, praising his fitness and how aggressive he was looking. And it was, him being able to stay locked in and motivated point after point. But it just seems now that he is just not as focused in the game as what his form has led him to be ranking wise. So, Tsitsipas would have been thrilled that he, was able to win this game, because he's not obviously in the greatest of form either. He hasn't been for quite some time. And it's starting to become a bit of a concern. Coincidence that, he's, getting married and, he's starting to losing matches. I don't know, but whatever it is, he needs to figure this shit out, or else he can say goodbye to top 10, and it's not going to get any easier to get back in once he's out.
Adrian, any further thoughts on Alex de Minaur?
Well, I think what we spoke about before, you're only as good as your last game, and it's not until he pulls his finger out of his ass and actually starts delivering some results where it'll change our minds again. All he needs is another good, deep run into a tournament, and we'll all be singing his praises again, saying how good he is. So that's what he needs. He needs to do something. I think for him, it's just more of a mental thing.
Mm.
But he just, something needs to happen. Maybe he needs to get together with Igor Swiatek, and they can talk about how shit they've been lately and figure out something, because they're both absolute shithouse.
It's crazy with de Minaur, because he won Rotterdam, 5 weeks ago now, and then since then, he beat Auger Aliassime in the final. I went back and just had a look at the fixture. He also beat Arthur Fils en route to that win as well. I know this was a while back, so it's just nuts how everything has just changed for both of those guys since then.
Mm-hmm.
Tsitsipas goes and gets his pants pulled down against Fils a round or two later is just, I don't get it. I think he's just having a bad patch mentally, and he's just got to, physically he looks fine. I don't think he's injured. He looks normal. He's just got to get his head switched on. Chris, do you think maybe the clay season will help him? I know we've got Monte Carlo in, I want to say 11 days time. Maybe a change of surface, change of fortune for him.
I don't think it can get any worse. I don't know. I don't think it's his preferred surface, but I don't know. Looking at one stat I wanted to point out against his loss against Tsitsipas, first serve return points won. So when Tsitsipas was serving and de Minaur was returning, how many points do you think he won in the entire match off Tsitsipas' first serve?
I just said that Tsitsipas won 98% of first serves, so I'm going to guess all to your answer.
1 point.
What?
Measly point.
That's outrageous.
I wasn't listening. Tsitsipas won 98% of first serves.
I heard the 98, but it's just ridiculous.
Sorry, I must have been formulating my response. I didn't catch that. Yeah, that's abnormal in the game of tennis. 1 point. Fuck. Off the first serve.
Maybe I should have said it the other way around. De Minaur won 1 point.
Yes.
That catches more headlines.
It does. I'm going to learn.
Let's have a chat with our marketing team. So we can.
We're trying to find some stats on de Minaur on surface, but I'm struggling to see matches won. I can tell you his service games won on clay, but not matches. Anyway, we will move on from the men's. I assume we both think. Well, I'll ask you, Adrian. Who do you think? What do you think the final's going to be?
Well, what a tantalizing semi we have on our hands with the great Sabalenka Rybakina.
What about the men's, Adrian?
Oh, talking about the men's. Oh, I thought we'd moved on.
No, I haven't moved on.
Well,
give me a tip. Give me a tip for the final. Who's going to be in the final?
The final will be Arthur Fils versus Sinner. That's my tip.
Safe-ish bet. Zverev's not going to cause an upset. Knock off Sinner like the duck. Get the monkey off his back.
Even
that's a no.
Again, for his sake, I'm not a fan of him really, but for the good of the game, please, just someone beat Yannick. Come on, let's just get a non-Sinkeraz final in something that's.
You're getting a non-Sinkeraz final.
Well, either one of them is, I think, Adrian's point.
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
not one of them is lifting up the trophy
That's right.
at every tournament, every thousands. It's
Exactly.
either them just sharing the glory.
Just trading blows.
Yeah.
You take this one. I'll take it easy. I'll get out second round or first round, and I'll come back firing the next one. Yeah, no worries. Nah, I just
You
want
get your
something.
fix last year with Mensik and Vachereau and Rune all lifting titles. No, that wasn't.
Yeah, but I wasn't as invested as I am now. Now I'm just so much more invested.
You got your chips on the table. Jack
That's
Draper, well, didn't do it for you last year winning Indian Wells. No,
No, not big on Draper.
no,
Nah.
Not a fan of him.
just did nothing.
I almost dislike him as much as Cam Norrie.
No. I don't know if you dislike Cam Norrie more than Chris dislikes Danielle Collins. So on the dislike scale, we maybe need a scale here at Talkn Tennis.
Yeah, let's do that.
Scales of dislikeness.
My dislike scale for Daniel
Chris.
Collins is too complex. It's like I've got two scales going for Daniel Collins. It's not just one. I've got
Chris needs to adhere to the crazy hot scale for Danielle Collins.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the best form of unit of measurement for Daniel Collins.
That's right.
Crazy hot scale.
She's dangerous, but Chrissy can't get enough at the same time.
It's like my dislikes are 10 out of 10, but I'm on a raging boner all the time. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
So that's my pick. My pick is a Fees Sinner, but I would not be unhappy with Lehechka making the final either. So I'm happy with that side. Happy to see the big Francis or a Zverev, make it as well. But that's what I think. Fees Sinner, go fuck yourself.
So you pretty much named everybody except Cerundolo, so he's got something against the Argentines. And going against his countryman Lechka, so interesting choices. Chris, what about you? What's your final?
Well, look, I'm going to go through each of the matches. I'm going to go through each of them. Lehechka, Fees, that's going to be another tantalizing match, I feel. I'm going to go Lehechka. I feel like his serving, from what I've seen today, was on point. It was consistent. He was hitting his spots for longer periods, and I feel like that's going to get him over the line. I feel like Fees, I don't know. I feel like he might tire, and he's played a lot of grueling matches in the past couple of weeks, so I feel like Lechka might get over the top of him. Zverev,
I think
will...
Just jumping in there, I think that's Fees. That's his downfall. He's so explosive and powerful, but if he's not on, then it can just work to his detriment. Get those unforced errors in, and
And look, to my theory, what I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, it's when you have a big win, when, not that you shouldn't have won, but it was so emotionally captivating and it was just huge of a match, it's very hard to back that up. And we just seen with Korda. Korda beat Alcaraz. He couldn't even beat a qualifier Lander Luce in the next round. He gets fucking rolled. So I feel like Fees knows he got out of jail, saving 4 match points against Paul, and Lehechka he'll find a way to win. So I feel like that was the final for Fees, and he doesn't get past Lehechka. Zverev to roll Cerundolo, and Sinner to beat Tiafoe. It'll be Sinner versus Zverev, and Sinner. It'll be Sinner Lehechka final. It's probably Sinner takes it out. Probably Sinner will take it out.
I think that's a safe bet. And I think you're both kind of on the money there. It'll be either one of those two. So we will see this time next week. Adrian, I know you're chomping at the bit. We'll talk about the women's side of things. We're in semi-final territory now. On one side, we've got Coco Gauff taking on Karolina Muchova. And then tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, Friday morning, the match. I'll be watching. I don't know about you guys. I know Chris will be watching. Rina Sabalenka takes on Lena Rybakina, first seed against the third seed. It's the big rivalry of 2026 and parts of 2025 as well. It's going to be an epic battle. Hopefully we have something like the final that they played off in last week against Indian Wells. Chris, thoughts?
Put big, borrow, and steal to back Rybakina to win the first set. She is always winning the first set against Sabalenka, if history has told us anything. She is such a fast starter. Despite, though, against Pegula, she actually lost the first set and she's had her number. She's actually obliterated Pegula quite easily. But with Rybakina, she will take the first set against Sabalenka. There is not much in between those two. It will go the journey, it will go the distance, and they probably won't play a tie break either because they just do not play tie breaks. It's like a 6-3, 6-4, 3-6 kind of game. Who wins? Coin toss, but Rybakina wins the first set and no tiebreakers to be played. That's my prediction.
Yes, and just to recap how we got here in the matches today, Rybakina, as Chris mentioned, knocked off Pegula in 3 sets. Pegula's had one hell of a 2026 as well. She's just gone deep in every tournament that she's been in. Rybakina taking that 2-6, 6-3, 6-4. Sabalenka has been... Don't think she's dropped a set all tournament, but don't quote me on that. She knocked off the American Baptiste, who had a great tournament herself. Sabalenka winning that one 6-4, 6-4. Coco Gauff had a tough match the day before last, beating my girl Belinda Bencic in 3 sets. And Karolina Muchova had a tight one against Victoria Mboko 7-5, 7-6 as well. That could have gone either way as well. And I was a little bit disappointed because I had Mboko as my pick on the women's side for this tournament. Adrian, your general thoughts on the women's tournament thus far and your pick, I guess, for the final. It's also good to see some of the big seeds still in it on the women's side as well. It's been back-to-back tournaments. We've got the first seed, the third seed, fourth seed, and the 13th seed making the semi-finals. So the heavy hitters have done well this tournament. Unless you're here and you're just in Camp Demons at the moment.
I think we mentioned it quite a few weeks ago prior to Indian Wells, and the WTA have just been quietly proving us wrong, and since then have had the top seeds going deep into the tournaments, which, it's good. Well, what can I say? We're tail between our legs with that one. I'm not going to...
tail between your legs and Chris's legs.
Coco, though, carrying injury, if I am correct, even had an MRI. So battling through her matches, every match has gone to 3 sets, I believe. So and then also just complaining after each match for, whatever about her injury and struggling to get through. So even though she's riding high, the home crowd in America, my money would be on Muchova to take that out. She's playing some fine tennis. And on the women's side, on the other side, the Sabalenka-Rybakina, again, that's just a coin toss, that one. My guess would definitely be a Muchova in the final against, I'm going to go Chris's mate, Rybakina. I think they're just trading blows at the moment. They've had Rybakina, then Sabalenka. I think it's Rybakina's turn now to get her one back. But what a great rivalry this has been. And we're so early in the year, so can't wait to see what's more to come between those two. But that would be my pick. I'm going to go Muchova, Rybakina final, and maybe an upset. Muchova win for something different. So that way Adam doesn't say, "Oh, that's a safe bet." Dickhead. I don't even say, I pick what I want. Oh, that's a safe bet. It's like, what do you want me to say then? Then I'll go for something left field, and then you'll say, what a fucking horrible pick. I can't win.
Oh, you can't win. You can't win. Your picks are horrible. Your quiz responses are terrible. But no, I like it. It's bold. Bold's going for the outsider. It's good. I like it. I'm also enjoying the Rybakina Sabalenka rivalry and matches at the moment. They're easily the 2 best players on tour at the moment, and tomorrow's semi-final will be good to watch. Adrian, time for me to have a crack. Talia Gibson, you owe an apology, not just to Talia. You owe an apology to Talia's family, Talia's coach, to pretty much this whole country, and to all your fans in the United States. Talia Gibson went on another magnificent run here at Miami, went through qualifiers again after she'd done it at Indian Wells. She fell, I believe it was the round of 16. She won, I want to say, 3 matches off the top of my head, and she fell to the almighty Rybakina. En route in the last couple of weeks, she has knocked off Alexandrova, Towson, Osaka, Jovic, and of course the world number 7, Esmond Polini. Speaking of that Polini match, you said, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, you said it was a disgrace that Polini lost to a player ranked outside the top 100. and you were incredibly dismissive of Talia Gibson and the whole WTA as a whole. And you've been proven wrong because Gibson's gone on a magnificent run. She's knocked off Chris's mate, Naomi Osaka. And I just wanted to shout out Talia and I guess stick it to you and wait your apology.
Fair enough. That is fair enough. She's jumped 44 spots over the last 2 tournaments. Is that not incredible? The biggest mover in the WTA. If she wasn't Aussie, I would not be apologising. I'm going to put it that way. So Talia, even though you don't have a picture on the WTA website, okay, I apologise. I apologise for that. I apologise for my comments. They were insensitive and dismissive to your family, to all your fans. I apologise, and I eat my words. What can I say? I'm a man of honour. I know when I'm wrong, and I've been proven wrong. And I hope for your sake and for us all and for the good of Aussie tennis, you continue to climb the ladder and do well. Fair play. Is that good enough for you?
I think that was good enough. Yeah, it's very big of you. Yes, 56 in the world she jumps to. She was outside the top 100, of course, a few weeks back. So it's always good to see some Aussies doing well. Maya Joint, I don't know what's going on with her. She's just done absolutely nothing in 2026. So Adrian was onto something on that one at least.
Yeah, I think we both were just on the whole climate on women's tennis. You could be ranked 10 or 90. You're probably evenly competitively ranked than you think, despite what the rankings might suggest. Anyone could beat anyone, probably from rank 10 to 100, I reckon. It's so open.
Yeah. There's been a lot of seeds that are still left in the tournament, in this tournament anyway.
Those seeds, Adam, they change. Yeah, they change frequently in terms of who's a seed today to who's going to be a seed in 2 months' time. So just bear that in mind.
I think the rankings move that much.
And with the women's game, they do.
Yeah, enough. I think that's the best I'm going to get from Chris. Speaking of Chris, I thought it'd be good to revisit some of our picks that we had last week. All of us, sat down and gave a player on the men's side and a player on the women's side we thought would go deep. Spoiler alert, all 6 picks were terrible. Chris, your man, Botic, Van der Zandt. It was a high-risk pick. He copped Fritz in the second round. He lost in a tight 2-setter on another day. Could have been a good pick, particularly on that side of the draw as well, because it did open up. Fritz didn't get far in the tournament as well. Not bad. It was high risk. He wasn't seeded, so I'll give you a pass mark. He won his first round match, but would have been good to see him knock off Fritz. Then on the women's side, Chris, you picked Anna Masova. Unfortunately, she fell to God's gift to earth in the round of 16, being Belinda Bencic. So a little bit disappointing there. But any words for the players that you picked for your picks?
No words. There's nothing to say. I mean, you know me. People that listen know I go high risk. I like to keep things interesting, keep things fresh. So I'm not going to give you very safe picks. I'm going to give you quite left of field picks. So that's just how it goes.
Is what it is. You fared better than Adrian's picks. Adrian picked Ben Shelton. Absolute disgrace. Out in the second round, which sounds good, other than the fact that he had a bye in the first round. So he lost his one and only match to Andrei Shevchenko's cousin. No good there. Absolutely terrible. And then he had Kostyuk, who out in the round of 32 to Rybakina. Didn't do his homework at all. Terrible pick. Not good. Wouldn't be picking somebody who's going to have Rybakina in the round of 32.
Well,
Adrian, you're on the spotlight again. Any words?
Can I say, if they had have gotten up, I would have been hailed as a genius. It didn't get up, and that's it. What can I say? I'll do better next time. Maybe not. I don't give a shit. I'll keep saying what I think.
Shelton is in some horrid form as well. He's another one who's...
Well, who would have thought he would have done that badly? No one would have thought that. I know you didn't. You can't say he was going to go out that first match. Anyway, what can I say?
Oh, I wouldn't have thought so. My picks, I picked 20-something seed. He won a couple of matches. To Tommy Paul, unfortunately, in the round of 16. It would have been good to see him get through a bit further, particularly as that side of the draw had opened up with all the early losses there by the seeds. And then on the women's side, I had Mboko, unfortunately lost to Muchova. So I'd give myself half a point there, but I won't because I'll have age jumping down my throat otherwise. But I like it. I like the left field picks. As we've seen in both the men's and women's side, you're going to see some random sort of pop up from time to time. Yeah, we'll do it all again next week as we preview Monte Carlo. Chris,
Bring on the
do you have
clay
any
season.
final thoughts just on this tournament at all as you do your clay season form?
It's time for the South Americans to get ready to make their run, make their presence felt on the ATP tour. But no, to conclude the hard court season or the American swing. Oh, look, it's just tennis. It just keeps on giving. But it's just Alcaraz just running the show as per usual. Them sharing the loads. But no, nothing really else to add on to that.
Adrian, final thoughts on Miami?
Yeah, not much else. I think we've said all we needed to say, but I think that's sports. You will get upsets. It's just that tennis, you have so many more games played across different surfaces. It can be so hard to track, and one player can just have one bad day and that's it. All of a sudden you got the animal jumping on your back because you've made a bad call. Yeah, it is what it is. That's sports. Gotta love sports.
Plural. Bad calls with an S. Multiple calls, more than one. Plural. All right, we're hitting the 50-minute mark, which means two things. It means it's almost Chris's bedtime, but it also means it is time for that part of the pod. It is Battle of the Spuds.
Good.
Still waiting for that music to come through. It's in the mail.
It'll never come.
Hopefully have it 6 to 8 weeks. Chris didn't renew his Amazon Prime subscription, so he's going to take a while to come through. Lads, today's Battle of the Spuds edition, if you were paying attention last week, in last week's podcast, Chris says, no, he wasn't paying attention. No shock there. Today's edition will, of course, be about the Miami Open that we're currently in at the moment. Lads, I hope you've done your homework. If you did, you'll be well equipped to handle today's quiz. 6 questions, and then, of course, we will end on Who Am I? Don't forget, if you're playing along at home, open your Spotify player. We're on YouTube now, apparently, Chrissy P tells me. So just leave some comments, A, B, C, and D. Just start spamming. I'll add up your scores and let you know how you did in today's quiz. Yes, Adrian, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're ready.
Ready as you'll ever be. I should open my chat box as well, just to make sure you've both opened your chat boxes. And you have. It's fantastic. He's looking at me perplexed. How does he know if my chat box is open? I'm very confident if I open up my quiz papers.
I'm thinking the worst fucking host ever. That's what was going through my head. What a disgrace to share the same fucking genetic fucking makeup as you.
Maybe you could put that in your novel. All right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
Question 1.
Let's do it.
Question 1. Who holds the all-time record for the most women's singles titles at the Miami Open? Is it A, Steffi Graf? Is it B, Martina Navratilova? Is it C, Serena Williams? Or is it D, Monica Seles? Which woman holds the record for the most women's singles at this tournament? You have both rapid fire locked in. C, Serena Williams. You've both done your homework this week. You are both correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Chrissy, go easy on me this week. Please, Chrissy. Please.
Not a chance.
Please, I'm begging you.
Yes, for long-time listeners of the pod will know Adrian was leading the 2026 Battle of the Spuds early, but Chris has mounted a Arthur Fees-like comeback. He leads the 2026 Battle of the Spuds 5-3. So Adrian desperately needs to get today's Battle of the Spuds. Otherwise, it's going to be a long winter through clay season, my friends.
Desperate, Carlton.
Question 2. I feel like you've both done your homework this week. You're just playing it cool like you haven't done your homework, but I think you've both done your homework. Question 2. On the men's side, which 2 players are tied for the most singles titles in Miami history with 6 titles each? Is it A, Andre Agassi and Novak Djokovic? Is it B, Pete Sampras and Nikolai Davydenko? Is it C, Andy Roddick and Andy Murray? Or is it D, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal? Which pair of blokes have both hold the record for Miami Open titles at 6 each? A, Agassi and Djokovic, B, Sampras, Davydenko, C, Roddick, Murray, or D, Federer and Nadal? They've both done their homework this week. It's a miracle. It's a miracle of Elm Street. You were both correct. A, it is Andre Agassi and Novak Djokovic. Agassi was the original king of Miami. 6 titles between 1990 and 2003. Djokovic later matched that record, winning his 6 titles between 2007 and 2016. And I forgot to mention Serena Williams has won this title 8 times as well. Yes, Chris.
It's not fun. It's not fun when we both get it right. I mean, I feel like it's more fun when we both get it wrong and Animal's calling us a fucking shit cunt.
That's right.
It is definitely much more fun, but in fairness, these questions are piss easy, guys. It's just
Go on, Chris.
5-minute Google
Chris,
search, really.
get some wrong then for a laugh.
I'm trying.
All right. Question 3. In 2019, the Miami Open famously moved away from its historic home at Brandon Park. What iconic sports venue is the tournament held in today? Is it A, Arthur Ashe Stadium? Is it B, Chase Center? Is it C, Pepsi Center? Or is it D, Hard Rock Stadium? Which iconic sports venue is the tournament held in today? Both locked in D. That was an easy one if you've been paying attention. You are both correct. It is the Hard Rock Cafe. Very good, very good. You're right. This is the time when you're both getting them correct. I'm going to have to step it up next week. Go Mission Impossible.
Oh, we've heard that before. That your words are meaningless here.
You have no power here.
You are both tied 3-3 as we hit the halfway mark of Battle of the Spards. In 4. In 2024, which American woman ranked outside the top 50 went on a fairy tale run to win the Miami Open? Was it A, Sloane Stephens? Was it B, Madison Keys? Was it C, Taylor Townsend? Or D, Danielle Collins? 2024, which American woman ranked outside the top 50 went on a fairy tale run to win the Miami Open? A, Stephens, B, Keys, C, Townsend, D, Collins.
This one I don't know. Wasn't in my research.
Can you go through them again? Just the answers.
Stephens, Keys.
C, Keys. Thanks, Adrian. I didn't realize you were the co-host. B, Keys, C, Townsend, or D, Collins. Adrian's ready to kill me after I've just verbally assaulted him for the last 30 minutes. Adrian's locked in Sloane Stephens. Chris has locked in Madison Keys. You are both incorrect.
Townsend?
It is Chris's girl, Danielle Collins.
I knew you put it in there just for that. You put it in there just, yeah. I know how you fucking
put it in there.
Motherfucker.
And he also wants to put it in there. That is correct. You got to throw it in there for fun. Nice drop of red there, Chris, you got. I didn't know it was, it is a red night, actually. It's pissing down rain here in Melbourne. For those playing along at home in Idaho. I had to throw it in there, Chris. I had no choice. In the matter.
I didn't want to believe she was.
I see Danielle Collins. I just put her in the quiz. It's as simple as that.
If that's the way your brain works, then so be it. Okay.
It's a simple brain. In 5. When the tournament was founded in 1985 by former player Cliff Drysdale, it wasn't called the Miami Open. What was its original name? Was it A, the Lipton International Players Championships? Was it B, the Sony Ericsson Open? Was it C, the Florida Hardcourt Championships? Or was it D, the NASDAQ 100 Open? I will give you those answers again. 1985, what was the Miami Open first called? Was it A, the Lipton International Players Championships? Was it B, the Sony Ericsson Open? Was it C, the Florida Hardcourt Championships? Or was it D, the NASDAQ 100 Open? Question for everyone playing along at home, if you are not from the Miami area, of course.
I'm leaning toward
Virginia, Utah.
I don't know this one. This one's a guess. I'm leaning towards a non brand backed name. That's what I'm leaning towards. I know I could be absolutely wrong because I've got no fucking idea.
So you're thinking the Florida Hardcourt
A or C?
Championships.
I'm thinking A or C. Yeah. What was A?
It was the Lipton International Players Championships.
It was Lipton's. Oh, Jesus. All right. Maybe it is because you got 3 brand backs. All right.
Yeah, they're both deliberating. I've got no answers here at the moment. They've both locked in the same answer. They both went with Adrian's theory of, I'm going the non-brand answer. The non-brand answer, of course, being the Florida Hardcourt Championships. It sounds like a most vanilla, boring name, and that's because it's a load of shit. That is not correct. You are both incorrect. It was the Lipton International Players Championships. Lipton Tea was the original title sponsor. Get in your tea. Who was the player who won quiz? He drank some hot tea.
Hot tea.
At the changeover. Back in the 50s or 60s.
Was it Newcomb?
In tennis. Nah, it wasn't Newcomb. It was before Newcomb. was BN, mate, before Newcomb.
What label?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
BR
It was an
before
Australian
Rod.
player from memory. It was an
It
Australian
was
player.
8.
BR, mate.
It was performed in 8 BRR before Rocket Rod.
Everything is in BRR format. We replaced
It's the only format I understand. Post Rocket Rod and Rocket Rod. Why is that so funny?
He always cracks us up. I don't know why.
Especially when we're at the Open, sitting down, just drinking beers and talking trash about Rocket Rod.
Yeah. He's
Both
in his
came out
house
of the
and we're
gate
talking
flying.
shit.
You're in his house. Both came out of the gates flying, 3 points each, and then you both, the last 2 questions, incorrect as we roll on to the last answer before Who Am I? Question 6. Which of these 4 men have never won the Miami Open? Is it A, John Isner? Is it B, Hubert Hurkacz? Is it C, Stefanos Tsitsipas? Or is it D, Daniel Medvedev? Which one of those 4 men has never won the Miami Open? 3 of them have, 1 of them hasn't. A, Isner, B, Hurkacz, C, Tsitsipas, D, Medvedev. This is his answer. Adrian's
Isner, Hurkacz, Tsitsipas.
Medvedev.
I think
3 of those
Medvedev.
guys have won this tournament before. 1 of them has random names on that list.
Go, Hubie.
Adrian's gone my man Hurkacz. Chris has gone John Isner. You are both incorrect. Both those men have won this tournament.
Tsitsipas.
The answer is Tsitsipas, the fucking cat himself. Isner was the 2018 champion, Hurkacz the 2021 champion. He must have been only one of 6 people who rocked up for the tournament that year. Medvedev, the 2023 champion. Tsitsipas has not won this tournament. You both get that one incorrect. Started 3-3 after 3 and it ended that way. But we like a tie because that means one thing. We come to the Who Am I? Today's Who Am I is Miami themed, as you might have guessed. So that's your one hint.
Helpful. Give him
This is
going.
like, what am I going to do with that one? It's fantastic. Fucking useless hint. Don't forget, your names are your buzzers. I'm going to start with 5 points. It's going to be really hard at the start. Then it's going to get easier as it goes on. And if you're playing along at home, just buzz in your name, type it in the comments, yell it out really loud. I'll hear you. I'll let you know if you get it right or not. Gents, are we ready? Who am I?
Go for it.
For 5 points, unlike most top players who turn pro as teenagers, I took the college route first and was an absolute force in college tennis, winning 2 NCAA singles titles for the University of Virginia before fully dedicating myself to the WTA tour. For 4 points, after breaking onto the pro scene, I captured my first 2 WTA singles titles in the summer of 2021, proving my versatility by winning on the clay courts of Palermo and then shortly after this on the hard courts of San Jose. For 3 points, my best career result at a major came in 2022
Chris.
when I powered my way. Chris, who am I?
Coco Gauff.
That is incorrect. It is not Coco Gauff. Drink Coke at this, right? Something is seriously wrong. Hey, do you have a free ride? I will tell you at the end of 1 point if you don't know it, and then Chris can jump back in. For 3 points, my best career result at a major came in 2022 when I powered my way to my first and only Grand Slam singles titles at the Australian Open, eventually finishing as runner-up to the home crowd hero Ashley Barty. For 2 points, in early 2024, I completely shocked the tennis world by announcing I would be retiring at the end of the season to focus on starting a family. Adrian, who am I?
Am I Danielle Collins?
You are Danielle Collins. That is correct. Ding, ding,
You
ding,
fucking
ding.
piece of shit. I hate you. I fucking hate you. I hate this podcast. I fucking hate Danielle Collins and her fucking shit tits. Fuck you all.
I miss Chris losing and the rage he goes on. It's been 5 long weeks since we've had a Chris rage on at the end of Battle of the Spuds, but I love it. Chris, you should know by now, we've been doing this pod long enough. My Who Am I's are going to be topical. We are going to have spoken about it. They are going to be in the news. I pulled out Kafelnikov 1 week after he shit canned Andreeva the week before. They will be topical. I'll keep saying it.
known.
You'll keep ignoring me.
I know, because you fucking DM me on X all the time about just shit that goes on through the week, and I should be, using that info because that's what's in your fucking mind. That's what you're thinking of. But I keep thinking that, you'll change and you'll think a bit more logical, but no, you're still a piece of shit and you're still my brother. and I should know how you think.
Why am I a piece of shit? I don't get it. Just because
It's funny.
I give you clues throughout the week. Of course, the who am I is going to come from my brain. I'm the one coming up for it. If it's in my brain, that's what I'm going to come up with. Who can I make the who am I this week? I know.
Yeah,
Not
but
someone
your
who's been in the news all week.
It thinks very short term. It thinks about, who's been in the media? Who have I been thinking about recently? Anyway, fair play.
We do 52 pods a year. We do one a week. It needs to be topical. I've got to come up with one of these every week. It's going to be fresh in mind each and every week.
Maybe Danielle
Probably going to be someone we spoke about.
listeners. Maybe she's one of the listeners, considering she played for Virginia, you said, and Virginia is one of our top states of our listeners. So all you folk from Virginia, if Danielle, you're one of them, well, you fucking probably hate me after listening to this.
I'm sure she's sitting on a beach, just got the headphones on, catching up on the latest, listening to Talkn Tennis. Why wouldn't you?
In between her story time on the tennis channel, she's got the AirPods in, listening to a bit of Talkn Tennis, as you all should be,
and DMing Mute as well.
Or is Mute DMing her? We'll never know. Christy, whose side are you on in that little debate?
Team Mute, all the way. Short king for life. Homie.
Short king for life. Yes, and Adrian, if you had Twitter, I'm not going to follow you on Instagram because we don't need to do that. But if you had Twitter, I can share with what I see throughout the week, and that might even give you an inkling on a battle of the sport as well. Just a thought.
Okay, I need a few more weeks of convincing. Rick.
All right, Chris, is there anything on Twitter you saw that you didn't like that I posted as well that you wanted to raise? I keep forgetting to ask you, but I figure you're going to chime in.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to say something that's completely disregarding your question. But why the fuck would I pick Coco Golf when you said Virginia? What the fuck would Coco Golf be doing in Virginia? Anyway.
Why can Coco Golf be from Virginia?
She wouldn't be from the South.
Why not?
South.
Yeah.
The deep South.
I think the other clue was
Where's
that
she from?
you said that this player started not her career not as a youngster. Was that in the Who Am I? That turned pro later?
She turned pro later to play college, which to be fair, a lot of them do now anyway. But
Coco,
it seems stupid to me.
She didn't even attend college.
Coco started early, didn't she?
She started pro at 15 years old and played Divi 1 at Florida State University. And actually Georgia State University as well. Anyway, but yeah.
There you go.
According to AI.
It was more because, back in the day, you go pro when you're ready, 16, 17. For the women, 15. Back in the day, you used to see 15-year-olds playing all the time. You don't see it as much now. On the actual women's tour, not on the girls.
Mm.
Whereas now they're just staying in college and then turning pro later. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. That's all right, Chris. You've got 7 days to improve and get better. Thankfully, you still lead the 2026 Battle of the Spuds edition 5-4.
What's next week's topic? Monte Carlo?
No, it won't be Monte Carlo. I'll send you a DM throughout the week when I think about it. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll do...
I'll tell you what he's going to do for the Who Am I. It's going to be another fucking US player because that's all he can seem to come up with lately.
So I guarantee you it will not be a US player next week.
Oh, thank God. There we go.
Beautiful.
I'll do my homework.
Next week's quiz will be... I think we should bring back Who Got Higher.
Oof.
Do you want another round of Who Got Higher? Did you like Who Got Higher?
You can't plan for it, and I like it. It's chaotic.
I didn't. I feel like they're useless numbers, and I like learning about sort of facts in history, with your questions. But anyway, it's you're the host, mate. You do what you want. I'm just an unwilling participant.
Yeah. Unwilling.
Unwilling. He's the only guy who gets paid for this podcast, and he's unwilling, apparently. He keeps all the ad money for himself. He keeps all the ad money for himself.
There's no ad money.
And we see none of it.
No one's listened to any ads. No one's listened to any ads. What ads? What are you talking about?
Hey,
fucking Greg from Ohio has.
We had Mr. Snip on 1 week. What's the name of the doctor, Adrian? Your mate, Mr. Snip? We need
Dr. Snip, mate.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll do Monte Carlo next week. How's that sound?
Love it.
Nah.
We'll do Monte Carlo. You will do really well. Okay. We're doing Monte Carlo next week, okay? For those audio listeners, Age is just shaking his head like a 4-year-old child who doesn't want to eat his greens.
You'll be able to see it all on YouTube because this is the first podcast we're releasing the video onto YouTube. So if you're listening on YouTube, on Spotify, get onto Talkn Tennis at the channel on YouTube, and you'll be able to see the theatrics and semantics.
Yeah. You'll be able to see our faces and Chris's pixelated picture that I can see on my screen anyway.
Your pixelated too, 720.
I don't want to dial up over here. Chris, anything you want to say to the bots who follow you on X?
Absolutely nothing. Just tune in next week for more glory, and we'll keep turning up, showing up, and delivering the goods.
And the goods. Sounds good. Adrian, shout outs. Anything you want to plug? Your Instagram handle, of course. Any interesting DMs this past week?
Oh, nothing out of the ordinary. Just the standard flood of DPs, which, as we said last week, I have to respond with an accompanying DP, no matter where I am. So that's been good fun. But as always, shout out to Greg from Virginia.
Yep.
Is founder.
I think Greg moves around a lot.
He's the founder of our US audience, really. He's the backbone of the operation and a man who still thinks doubles is optional. So credit to Greg. I heard that he's organising a watch party, I heard. So get on board that.
Really?
Attendance currently is Greg. So a few more would be deeply appreciated. That's it.
If you're listening in Virginia, just reach out to Greg, right?
Fun fact, actually, got a new arrival for Greg. Someone else has popped up this week. Yeah, Derek from Florida. Florida's he's been absolutely flooding my DMs. He only watches highlights, which is good enough for me. So shout out to Derek as well. He might overtake Greg. We'll see. Watch this space. See what happens.
Be watching this space and watching your DMs as well. Sounds like it's all happening.
It's all happening.
Also, if you want to follow Adrian, it's at Real Dick Pics on Instagram as well. If you want to get involved in all the action, I think that'll do us for this evening. Unless Chris, you wanted to have a final word.
No final word. Adrian summed it up well. Capped it off well, as he always does.
Yes, he does. Thank you, everybody, for listening to today's podcast. If you made it this far, certainly what the hell is wrong with you? But thank you. We appreciate your support. Don't forget to follow us, Spotify, Apple, Buzzkeep, Upcatch, Bumble, all the podcast players, especially the ones I've just made up. Follow us on all of them. And now on YouTube as well, video only. So yeah, we look forward to seeing you there. We will catch you next week. Good evening and good night.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.